Hey, what's up, everybody? I know there's a lot of water purifiers and water filters out there on the market that are aimed particularly for hiking or camping or international travel or emergency water backups. I recently came across this. It's been out in my garage for a while, and I just wanted to walk you through how this triple filtration system works. It's got three different filters that claim to be able to knock out 99.9% of bacteria, viruses, and protozoa. Waterborne, of course. And I'll put a link in the description below if you're interested. Obviously, I have no way to verify if those stats are true. I'm not a lab. But this is the system, and I know if you look at this online, it can actually be kind of confusing how all the parts go together, which part connects with which part and whatnot. So, wanted to just give you a visual tour of how this works. This is obviously the bottle itself. It's pretty durable, has held up well over the years, and it's got obviously a lid with a little bite tip. So with your teeth, you're supposed to be able to kind of slide that off, slide it down a little bit, and that obviously creates water flow. And then you kind of pop it back, and that plugs it up pretty well. So that's how that piece works. Now, if you look at the filters, you've got what's called a Virustat filter, which is the black filter on the top, and then you've got a cyst filter. That's the middle piece right here, and then and those two pieces fit together with two rubber O-rings that create a seal. And then this piece right here, this is the carbon pre-filter, they call it. And that fits into the bottom of the cyst filter as shown. And then you'll take off the little red sticker on this particular unit anyway, and it slides right up into the cap as shown. Everything needs to be watertight and really snug for the purification system to work, but essentially when you fill it with water, you slide it down into the bottle like that and then tighten the lid. So before you use this for the first time right out of the box, they're going to recommend that you flush the filter, the pre-filter itself. This is not unlike your fridge filter, for example. If you buy it and you install it new, it's going to ask you to flush it for X number of minutes or X number of gallons. So same concept here. You're going to take the pre-filter and screw it directly into the lid and then fill it up with water. And about 2 bottles full is what this particular instruction manual calls for. Obviously, you'll need to check your specific model and whatnot. And then you just pump it through. Well, they don't say pump, but just kind of gently squeeze it through and get that water going through the pre-filter, and that frees it of contaminants from the factory and whatnot. And you just let that water go through as shown here. And a little tip, you might want to lubricate the little rubber O-rings on there with some water. It helps them from tearing or bending as you connect it to the lid or your cyst filter as well. So that helps it kind of slide on there a little easier. And after your pre-filter's flushed, you're going to precondition. This is particularly useful after long periods of storage or if it's, again, new. You're going to assemble the 3 filters as shown there together, line those up, and then you'll fill up the water bottle to the fill line. This is obviously so that when you don't want to fill it up to the top, because when you put your filter inside, it's going to overflow, right? So the fill line is that kind of perfect measurement of how much water should come up. So it's going to drop in like that, and then you'll tighten the lid. And then, like we did in the previous step, we're going to kind of gently squeeze about 2 bottles of water through the system. And this just primes it, apparently activates everything that is going to kill off all those nasty germs and bugs and whatnot inside the water supply here. And we're going to fill it back up once we're done to the fill line. And we're just going to let the bottle of water sit for a couple of hours before we actually drink out of it. So once 2 hours or so have passed, the manufacturer claims that the water is now completely purified and drinkable. And this is peace of mind for me. I know I have about 26 gallons. This is how much fresh water this little thing can produce on one cartridge, which is quite a bit of water. And looks clean, looks clear. So hope this video has been helpful. Thanks.